The Talking Information Center is a local radio reading service that provides programming to the visually impaired through the work of approximately 200 volunteers each week. We went on the local scene to learn more.
Patriot Safety Kyle Duggar switched agencies from Powerhouse Athletes.
We're a radio reading broadcast service for the blind, visually impaired, and print disabled people. A great portion of the people that need our service are people who are print disabled, meaning perhaps they have Parkinson's and it's difficult to hold the print media, or perhaps they have dyslexia that hasn't been fully remedied and they need some assistance with listening to our programs. And then there are all sorts of other situations that occur that you just can't think of that lead to difficulty maneuvering your hands and holding print media. You know, the other area that I see that this is used in is for shut-ins. People that don't have any kind of visual impairment, but they're people that don't drive any longer, they're not out in the community, and they can turn on the service and listen to us and hear what's going on in their community.
Who resigned with the team. From
Every weekday from 8 to 11, we have live readers come in and they do the Wall Street Journal, the Boston Globe, the Boston Herald, and the Washington Post. And then throughout the day, you have all of our different other programming, which can include books, some fun programming like Woman's Hour, Men's Hour. One of our most listened to programs is the grocery ads. Yeah, because people need to know what's on sale. And if they can't read it, they don't know. They don't know how they want to adjust their shopping list. So that's one of our most heavily tuned into programs. Part of what makes us, us, is that we are lending ourselves towards creating a community for people. And you wouldn't experience that with a computerized voice. Our listeners look forward to hearing Ed and Fred, and they look forward to hearing our other readers that come in on a regular basis and do their regular programming. It really is like having a friend in the room. Our goal is accessibility, so we have many ways that you can reach us. So the website, and the website has both live stream and on-demand programming, Amazon Alexa, Google Home, the app that is for Android and Apple, and also has live stream and on-demand available. We have a radio that runs on a single frequency that is available if we send it out to someone that needs it, and it only plays our station. We like to celebrate the arts for sure, and we have fantastic programs. The live radio plays that we put on, they actually come into one of our larger studios and the actors come in, we have an audience, and they perform a play over the radio. We also broadcast some symphony orchestras. The Atlantic Symphony Orchestra is broadcast because of underwriting by Dacon, and we also do the Plymouth Philharmonic. I have loved coming on board to the Talking Information Center. It starts right when you walk in the door. It is a mighty staff of 7 people, and they are welcoming and kind and masters in their fields. It's just exciting to work with them. TIC would not run without the volunteers. We have over 200 volunteers that read remotely and read in the studio and put up 325 programs a week. We run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It just couldn't run without the volunteers. I think it's kind of like a family here. We recently had a volunteer appreciation night. We had it up at the Stellwagen Brewery. We had live music and good food and just invited the people that volunteer with us to come in and be appreciated. It was wonderful. I saw people introducing themselves to each other if they maybe read at different times, and they would start with, well, what do you read? What do you read? What's your interest? What's your background? You know, it was just a really nice time of connectedness for our volunteers. My long-term goal coming into TIC is awareness. I think it's a service that is immeasurable in impact. And I think there are many, many people who could use this service. And like I said, not necessarily for yourself, but for that loved one that is encountering low vision or coming into blindness or was just diagnosed with Parkinson's. And this is a little bit of hope. You know, we have a place that you can come, you can be part of the community, and you can volunteer. Interestingly, I'm always looking for listeners who could help me make things more accessible. You know, just by just telling me, this worked really well for me, I could access this well, or no, this didn't, you know, this I had trouble with this. That's even a way for our listeners to be part of the community. One of my goals too is to find ways to bring that awareness for volunteers. So opportunities like the one we have here with the local scene allow us to reach out to other volunteers and just explain how inviting it is and how important it is. We have legislators and representatives who are working on our behalf to secure funding within Massachusetts. Equal to that is our private support, and we have very generous donors and people that can give to us on a regular basis that lends itself to supporting us financially. I've had a really blessed career. I've been able to work in arenas that I got true joy from. I loved being a DA. I loved working for people as a plaintiff's attorney. I really hit my groove when I got to work in special education advocacy. That was a beautiful time for me, career-wise. And then finding that overlap between being a practicing attorney and being in nonprofit leadership was just a bright spot, you know, and like I said, you know, everything is timing and geography and who you get to meet, and all of that lined up for me to step into nonprofit leadership, and mission-driven work is where I'm meant to be. And I feel like this is it. You know, I practiced for 16 years, it was a wonderful time in my life, and now I get to do this whole second act. It's joyful and it's exciting and it's impactful, I think.
To volunteer, support, or learn more, visit ticnetwork.org.
If you enjoyed this video by The Local Scene, please give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching.